All right, so we're gonna cast a set of Western handles in this silicone mold with a aluminum base. So you gotta make sure the mold is all ready. The screws are down in there. It's clamped down, like has the bands around it, has the top. And you're gonna take a large cup and we're gonna mix a total of about 60 grams, a little over, of resin. So in here I'm using this HAPCO A and HAPCO B. I'm using the HAPCO resin. Specifically it's this HAPCO Ultra Clear 480N-20A that I'm using. Usually I mix these bottles up a little bit, make sure that they're mixed up. This is pretty fresh stuff, so should be good to go. So I'm gonna do a bit over 60 grams of each one, and I watch the scale here after I've tared it to make sure I'm probably gonna go like 62, 63, whatever, 63.6. So then I have to put 63.6 of this also. So at this point I could tear it, or I could just calculate. I'm gonna go up to 127.2. Okay. I'm gonna take a popsicle stick here and we're gonna mix this up. I usually mix for about 3 minutes, but since we're gonna mix some other colors, some gold leaf and some colors in here, I'm not gonna mix that long because mixing the gold leaf and the colors will be part of that mixing time. So this has a 20-minute pot life, so you should be pretty good in terms of time with this. You have plenty of time. Okay, now I'm gonna start mixing some gold leaf in here. The gold leaf is down here. I scrape the popsicle stick off, but it's got enough resin on there that the gold leaf is gonna stick to the popsicle stick, see that? So then that's probably gonna be enough gold leaf. That's quite a bit, in fact, maybe too much. Oh boy. Okay. I think I got a big chunk in there and I didn't realize it. That's enough gold leaf. So now I'm gonna mix the gold leaf in here. And if there's big chunks of gold leaf, I kind of like push it against the side of the cup. Try to break it up a little bit. See, I see a big chunk in here. See this big chunk? So I need to like kind of break this up into smaller pieces. So I press it along the edge of the cup. And I'm gonna mix until I see that this is all fairly broken up. And I put probably twice as much as I should have in here. I wish I had some more molds and could just add more resin and dilute it down a little bit, but we're just gonna go with this. It's gonna be a very golden one. The more aggressive you mix, the smaller the gold pieces are gonna get. So depending on how big you want the gold pieces, if you mix less aggressively, if you mix slowly, the gold will stay larger flakes. And if you mix aggressively, it's going to break down into smaller flakes. You're going to get more like gold dust if you do it too hard. I just want to make sure that these big chunks have kind of been broken down a little bit. See one right here. Okay, for this one it's going to be purple that we're going to mix in here. So Plum Crazy Purple is what I'm using. And again, I'm going to wipe the popsicle stick on the edge there, remove any excess. I'm going to use about this much Plum Crazy Purple. So now put the mold on the scale, tare it, so until it goes to 0 grams, and we're going to pour 60 grams into each side. Oops, I went over quite a bit on that one. Wasn't paying attention and went over. Not sure. Need like a spoon when the times I go over. Okay. You can look in here and see like it should be about the level of the screws. So you can dump whatever extra in whichever side has the lowest. But if you've gotten about 60 grams in there, it's plenty. You don't need to obsess about it. So I usually have a piece of paper here and wipe off the excess on the popsicle stick and put it over here, and then we can reuse it for other stuff, usually colors. And then it's always good practice to clean your gloves. Here we have some alcohol, wipes. Here's some alcohol, and clean my gloves off to make sure that I'm not spreading resin around when I'm touching other things. Okay, now we're going to take this and go put it in the pressure pot. Here you can see how it's just a little bit below the top of the screws. So that looks good. This looks good. Now we're going to use a heated pressure pot. This is the one that has the insulation and the heater. So carefully lower this inside there. Place the lid on top. Tighten up the lid. Connect the air supply, make sure the outlet is closed. Connect the air supply, start up the air pressure, and you should see the air pressure increasing there. And now we're going to start the timer here. So you just push timer on. It's going to start the timer, which is going to start the heater, and it's going to heat for 16 hours, which is the cure time.